Hi, hello everyone. How are you today? I want to tell you about this specific morning. Let me explain for you. I woke up, I made my coffee, I opened my phone like I do every day, and voila, and nothing worked. Not Instagram, not WhatsApp, not the tool I use for my clients, not the platform my entire business runs on it. Just nothing. And I sat there with my coffee, getting cold, thinking, okay, this is it. Everything I built, everything I worked for, it's gone. Not because I failed, not because I made a mistake, but because of something completely outside of my control. That feeling, I don't know, I don't have a word big enough for it. It was not just fear, it was not just a panic, it was the specific terror of watching something you built with your own hands become unreachable. Like someone changed the locks on your own house. Let me give you a context. I live in Iran and internet situation here is complicated in ways that are hard to explain if you have never lived it. The restriction, there's filters. There are days when entire platform disappear overnight. My work lives on the internet. My clients are on internet. My income, my communication, and my plans and my team, everything. And one day, it was just gone. My agency, which I had spent years to build, suddenly I couldn't reach my clients, couldn't deliver work, couldn't even explain what was happening because the channels I would use to explain it were also down. I had a team depending on me, a project in progress, and deadlines. And I was sitting there with no internet and no answers. I want to be honest about what those first days felt like because I think sometimes we tell these stories after we have survived them and we make them sound cleaner than they were. Those first days was not clean. I was angry, really angry at the situation, at the uncertainty, at the feeling of powerlessness. I had done everything right. I had worked hard. I had built something real, and it didn't matter. That's the part that breaks you. When you realize that working hard is not always enough. That something forces bigger than you effort shows up and just rewrite everything. And nobody prepares you for that, believe me. But here is what's happened next. And this is the part I need you to hear. After the anger, there was a moment of stillness. A very quiet, very unexpected stillness. And in this stillness, I heard something. Not dramatically, not like a movie moment, just a small, clear thought. This is the moment that decides who you are actually. Not the good days, not when everything's working and the clients are happy and then the income is flowing. No. This moment, right now, with no internet and no plan and no certainty. What do? Do you wait? Do you collapse? Do you let this be the end of your story? Or do you use it? This, somehow, to build something that cannot be taken away by an internet shutdown. Sometimes that lives in the people's hearts, not just on platforms. Sometimes that is yours, something that is completely yours, truly, completely yours. And that thought, that small, quiet thought in the middle of chaos, is why you are listening to this right now. This podcast, this voice, this whole journey, it was born in that stillness. The Quran says something that I kept it coming back on these days. It's rarely with hardship comes ease. Not after hardship, not eventually, with hardship. The meaning of that verse is inside the hard thing itself, the ease is already there. You just have to stay long enough to find it. I didn't believe that verse intellectually. I cannot say this word. Intellectually, I live it. And living it is completely different. I want to talk to someone specific right now. Maybe you are in your own version of internet shutdown. Maybe it's not technology. Maybe it's a job that you lost, a relationship that ends, a plan that collapsed, a version of your future that just disappeared overnight. Maybe you did everything right and it still went wrong. And you are sitting there like I was, with your coffee getting cold, wondering what comes next. I want you to hear this. The thing that was taken from you, it was never the whole story. It was a chapter. And the moment everything fell apart, that was not your ending. That was your beginning. You just don't know it yet. Stay, build anyway. These are already inside hardship. You just have to find it. And I am Rose, and this is On the Way with Rose. Thank you for listening to this podcast. See you in episode 6, and I hope you enjoy every single moment in your life. Bye bye!